Alright, so this is going to be week one of the Monday Night Wars videos. I'm going to try to do one for every week of the war if I can get around to it. This will be the first week. But so pretty much the way that I'm watching wrestling now is I'm going to watch TNA on Mondays every night, and I'm going to watch Raw from a stream on the computer. And that's what I did last Monday, and pretty much TNA won, at least in my opinion, show-wise, at least what they put on and how much stuff they tried to throw at you. Raw was pretty much just the same kind of show they usually have. But I watched the stream of Raw, and usually with streams they have like a comment section in the corner where you can talk to people. So most of the stuff was mostly bashing Raw on this stream site, and all the WWE fanboys pretty much got pissed. It's like, why are you even watching Raw if you don't even like it? Or why are you watching it on a stream? It's like, I'm watching it on a stream because I don't want to give it the ratings. I'd never want to give it the ratings. TNA deserves the ratings. And if you think about it, the better TNA does, the better WWE will do, because it'll step up its game and actually put on a show worth watching, which I think would be for the better for all of the fans. So, and I used to watch WWF. I watched WWF from like at least 1998 till WrestleMania 20, and then I stopped because it got ridiculous. They started bringing in shit like Eugene and retarded ass shit like that. So I'm gonna watch TNA until it's done, pretty much, until it's not on Mondays anymore. Hopefully it will be for a long time, but I'm gonna keep watching it until it's done. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over everything. I'm just gonna go over some of the things that I thought was good about like at least about TNA show. And the only two things I really enjoyed about Raw, at least on Monday, was the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels promo. That was pretty good, and the Sheamus and Triple H promo, because I don't have a problem with Sheamus. I think he's a lot better than some of the people they've been using lately. But anyway, so at the beginning it was the Hulk Hogan and Abyss versus Ric Flair and AJ tag match up against the promo with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, which is kind of hard to watch because I wanted to watch both of them at the same time. So anyway, they postponed the Hulk Hogan Ric Flair match till later. And between WWE and TNA, they both had Divas matches that night. I think the Divas match on TNA was a lot better. Not Divas match on TNA. What the hell am I talking about? Knockouts match on TNA, and so I thought it definitely beat the Divas in that category. And then they had an X Division promo with Kaz and Christopher Daniels and Doug Williams, which I thought put over the X Division. Same with Eric Bischoff comes out, puts over the X Division. I really liked that. I thought that was really cool. And so TNA kind of did something interesting in the beginning of the show. In like the first 5 minutes of the show, they had Sting come out, and Sting turned heel for probably like the third time. Sting doesn't really work as a heel, and if you watch Dante One Savage, you watch his shit, Vince Russo is fucking up this company pretty royally. I don't really get the Sting line, but I thought it was pretty cool that Sting did choke Dixie Carter. I thought that was a pretty cool angle, and you could hear the fans like going like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, 'cause it was pretty realistic looking. And so Sting's turned heel, and so later Sting has a match against Rob Van Dam, which was a really short match, but I'm just glad to see Rob Van Dam in TNA. It kind of like your eyes have to adjust to that because it's really weird seeing him. But anyway, so Sting turns heel and beats the shit out of Rob Van Dam, but I think that's funny because against TNA, like, they had a heel, not TNA, but against WWE had a heel turn on Monday too, Mark Henry. Yeah, I don't really think that compares to Sting's heel turn. It's just fucking stupid. Like, nobody gives a shit about Mark Henry, honestly. He's always gonna be that guy that slept with Mae Young to me, like an 80-year-old woman. That's always going to be Mark Henry to me because I remember that as a little kid. So, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like, who cares about Mark Henry turning heel? TNA definitely won in the heel turn category. But yeah, I do admit the Sting turning heel again is really stupid, and it's not really. I don't think it's gonna work for very long. I think they're just doing that just so he could fight Hogan eventually at a pay-per-view or something like that. And the whole thing with Hogan is they're basically like trying to do the movie, Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler. They're trying to do it on TNA and make Hogan to be Randy the Ram, like, oh, I'm all beat down and now I'm gonna, my family says I can't do it, but I'm gonna do it, brother. Like, who cares? It's really cheesy, I think, but I get where they're going, and they've never done that on WWE or anything like that, so I think like that, I guess it could be interesting. But I don't know. And okay, so yeah, the Sting thing was pretty lame, and it sucks seeing RVD get beat down. But I'm just glad seeing RVD in TNA, like period. But so anyway, the end of the show, it was Super Cena versus Vince McMahon, where Vince McMahon just brings out all these guys to beat up Cena, which was really stupid. A gauntlet match where he gets everybody's finisher and defeats the odds because he's a wannabe fucking Hulk Hogan, pretty much. It's what Vince wants to make John Cena, little kid's Hulk Hogan, pretty much. So yeah, the end of Raw, I did not watch that, and it was just bad. It was, it was terrible. So, but the end of TNA, the Abyss and Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair and AJ, was a really good match. Hogan and Flair bladed the shit out of each other. They're bleeding all over. And pretty much it was a solid match, even though at the end it did break down and get all crazy. The Pope came out and Desmond Wolfe started beating the shit out of each other, and then right at the end Jeff Hardy comes out and beats the shit out of everybody, which was pretty great. But the thing that was bullshit is they cut him off right before he did the Swanton, which was really fucking stupid on TNA's part. They should have had enough control to go like an extra couple of seconds, to at least show that. But the funny thing about WWE is what they did, they went on longer than normal just to try to compete with TNA going on those last 10 minutes of the show. And so what that basically means is there was somebody in the back at WWE watching TNA and going like, oh no, keep going, keep showing Batista standing over John Cena because they're still showing Jeff Hardy. So fucking stupid. It just shows that, they're watching TNA and they know. Even with the Taker and Shawn Michaels promo being within the first 5 minutes of the show, that's showing that they're watching TNA. But anyway, I'll probably do one for this Monday, and I'm gonna watch it this Monday. I'm gonna watch both shows because Stone Cold. Yeah, so Stone Cold's hosting Raw, and it is in San Diego. It's down at the Sports Arena, just a couple miles away from me. I just don't really go to Raw anymore down in San Diego because it's fucking boring. The last thing I went to was Extreme Rules. That was the last pay-per-view I went to down here in San Diego, at least WWE-wise. And yeah, I'm just tired of WWE, so I won't be going to the Stone Cold Raw. But I will watch it on a stream, pretty much, and I'm going to watch TNA live, so hopefully I'll give you guys another TNA Monday Night Wars update.